Ancient humans crossed burning deserts. They hunted animals larger than themselves. They survived freezing winters, starvation, disease, and predators hiding in the dark. But there was one thing that terrified them in a completely different way: the ocean. Because unlike the forest, the ocean did not feel alive. It felt endless. And for ancient humans standing at the edge of the sea thousands of years ago, that endlessness may have been one of the most psychologically disturbing things they had ever experienced. Imagine seeing it for the first time. No science, no maps, no understanding of the planet, no idea what existed beyond the horizon, just infinite water stretching into nothingness. And the worst part? The ocean moved, breathing, crashing, pulling, like it was alive. And ancient humans had absolutely no idea what it wanted. For most of human history, people lived inside boundaries. Forests had edges, mountains ended, rivers could be crossed. Even the night sky felt structured, predictable. But the ocean was different. You could stare at it for hours and learn absolutely nothing. That alone may have triggered something ancient in the human brain, because the human mind is designed to understand environments. Patterns mean survival. If you understand something, you can predict it. If you can predict it, you can control it. But the ocean refused to be understood, and this is where things become strange. Researchers believe humans are naturally uncomfortable with vast, empty spaces. Psychologists even have a term for it today: the sublime, a feeling created when something is so massive, so incomprehensible, that it overwhelms the brain, a strange mix of awe and terror. Ancient humans may have experienced this constantly near the ocean, except they had no words for it, only fear. And there was another problem. The ocean destroyed logic. Imagine being an ancient human seeing waves for the first time. Water should stay flat. Rivers flow in one direction. Puddles stay still. But the sea moved on its own, back and forth, again and again, forever. At night, it became worse, because the ocean sounded alive in darkness, not metaphorically, literally. The crashing waves, the deep vibrations, the invisible movement beneath the surface. Ancient humans sleeping near coastlines may have heard noises they could not explain, massive splashes, distant cries, shapes moving in moonlight. And this is the part almost nobody talks about. The ocean hides its predators. In forests, danger can usually be seen, but underwater, you never truly know what exists beneath you. Even today, millions of people are terrified of deep water, despite knowing sharks are statistically rare. Think about that. Modern humans with submarines, satellites, and marine biology still fear dark water. Now imagine the ancient mind. No knowledge, no explanations, only imagination. And imagination becomes dangerous in environments humans cannot understand. This may explain why nearly every ancient civilization invented sea monsters, not similar monsters, almost identical ones: giant serpents, leviathans, creatures beneath the waves, gods sleeping in the ocean depths. Cultures separated by thousands of miles somehow feared the same thing, something enormous hiding underwater. That pattern is disturbing because it suggests these stories were not random. They came from the same psychological source. Human beings fear what they cannot see, especially when it can see them first, and the ocean perfected that fear. But then something changed. Humans began sailing, which sounds brave, until you realize how insane it actually was. Imagine climbing onto a fragile wooden raft, then drifting into infinite emptiness with no guarantee of return, no GPS, no weather forecasts, no rescue, only water in every direction. Ancient sailors disappeared constantly. Storms swallowed entire groups of people without leaving evidence behind. One moment they existed, the next moment they were simply gone, as if the ocean erased them. And psychologically, that may have made the sea feel supernatural, because humans fear things that do not leave bodies behind. Predators leave remains, wars leave scars, but the ocean consumes everything, silently, completely. Even today, thousands of shipwrecks remain undiscovered beneath the sea. Entire human stories resting in darkness, lost forever. And deep down, humans know something horrifying about that. The ocean does not care. But fear was not the only emotion ancient humans felt toward the sea. There was also attraction, an almost hypnotic pull, and that contradiction reveals something terrifying about human nature, because humans are drawn toward the things that scare them most: fire, darkness, space, death, and especially the ocean. People travel across the world just to stare at it, to stand silently before something capable of killing them instantly. Why? Because the ocean triggers a rare psychological experience, perspective collapse. Near the sea, human problems suddenly feel small, the brain confronts scale it cannot process, and for a few moments, the ego weakens. That feeling can become addictive, but ancient humans experienced it in a much rawer form. To them, the ocean may not have felt like part of Earth, it may have felt like the edge of reality itself. And then, there was the horizon, a simple line, but psychologically devastating. Because the horizon creates a strange illusion, it looks reachable, but it never gets closer. Ancient sailors chased it endlessly. Imagine how surreal that must have felt. The human brain expects destinations. The ocean offered none, only endless continuation. And this is where the fear becomes existential, because eventually, the ocean stopped representing water. It began representing the unknown itself. Everything humans cannot control, everything humans cannot predict, everything humans cannot fully understand. Death, time, existence. The sea became a mirror, and what humans saw in that mirror terrified them. There is a reason so many ancient myths describe creation beginning in water, chaos oceans, dark seas, infinite depths before life existed, because ancient humans instinctively connected deep water with the absence of order. And maybe they were right. Even today, humans have explored more of the moon than the bottom of Earth's oceans. Think about how insane that is. There are creatures beneath the sea humans have never seen, entire ecosystems hidden in darkness, unknown things existing right now beneath the surface of our own planet. That realization changes the way the ocean feels. Suddenly, it becomes less like scenery and more like another world touching ours. But the strangest part is this: the fear never disappeared. Modern humans still panic in deep water, still fear what moves below them, still feel uneasy staring into the dark ocean at night, even when logic says they are safe, because this fear is older than civilization, older than language. It may be buried deep inside the human nervous system itself, an ancient warning carried across thousands of generations. Do not go too far, do not enter the abyss. Something there does not belong to you. And maybe ancient humans understood something modern people forgot. The ocean is not frightening because of sharks, or storms, or drowning. It is frightening because it reminds humans how small they are. In cities, humans feel powerful. We build towers, create technology, control light itself. But the ocean destroys that illusion instantly. One wave can erase everything. One storm can humble entire civilizations. And beneath all human confidence, the sea remains exactly as it was thousands of years ago. Cold, endless, unknowable, waiting. Maybe that's why humans still stare at the ocean in silence, not because we understand it, but because some ancient part of the mind recognizes it, the same way prey recognizes the eyes of a predator. Because long before humans conquered the earth, before empires, before technology, before history itself, our ancestors stood at the edge of the sea and realized there were forces in this world far older and far larger than they would ever be. And perhaps the most terrifying part is this: after thousands of years, standing before the ocean still makes us feel exactly the same.